So the one complaint usability wise I have about Apple Macintosh back in the days, they only have one button mouse. I don't know if you remember that. They only have one button mouse, and I mean I know Apple has its own opinionated design decisions, but what I noticed is now they have more than one button on the mouse. So it's almost like they admitted they would not make the best decision back in the day, because now they have to copy other people to have more than one button, right? So.
Hi, I'm David Beckham. From Auckland, New Zealand.
Yep. So another question I have is, okay, this is very, I think, valid for your company, basically, because it's more a software. You're a software company. So if you're a software product and you market, you put it out in the market, and the feedback is like saying your product is difficult to use, is that a valid excuse?
I think so, yeah. Like as a general, if I have to give one simple answer, then the answer is yes.
Yep.
We always must listen to the concerns of the customers. That's where we get the main feedback. What do we need to develop? What do we need to improve? And if we think about Apple, for example, other companies were doing similar kind of things, but Apple made the usability. They really made it easy for people to use. So people who did not like, who were not, I believe the word is tech savvy, they were also able to conveniently use Apple phones. So that's a great example of make a nice looking product, package it nicely, and make it easy to use, so that it is easily accessible to the customers. I believe that is one important aspect of the things. For that reason, need to always listen to the customer, listen to the cost concerns, because they are the ones who will give you the money or not. So
are you Apple user since the beginning, or?
Actually, no.
Okay.
for one reason or another, I'm still getting by with Windows.
Okay. Yeah. So the one complaint usability wise I have about Apple Macintosh back in the days, they only have one button mouse. I don't know if you remember that. They only have one button mouse, and I mean I know Apple has its own opinionated design decisions, but what I noticed is now they have more than one button on the mouse. So it's almost like they admitted they would not make the best decision back in the day, because now they have to copy other people to have more than one button, right? So anyway, that's just a side note for Apple.
I know what you mean, and I do share kind of like a similar feeling. What you said reminded me of the demotivational post, which says something like, "Apple, it's like shaving with a bowling pin."
Right. Yeah, and plus, also back in the day when they had the CD-ROM drive, it doesn't have a physical eject button. You need to go through the software to say get the CD. Also, if your computer has some issues and cannot turn on, you can't really eject the CD anymore.
Yeah,
because it's really software tied. So there are some decisions, the questionable decision for Apple,
Yes, I'm kind of like agreeing on that, but at the same time, I have to give it to Apple. They have been doing great as a company, and
definitely. They're like an opinionated design. So, like for example, they only have one button still on the phone.
Yes.
Right. No back button. So you have to go everything through software. So it's like their opinion is make it simple, make it more streamlined. But there are some drawbacks. But they want to focus more on the happy part, right? Because they don't want to care. Okay, what if the phone can turn on, or phones have some software issue, you can go back. So they don't look at it. They don't look at the negative part. They look at the happy part, and most of the happy part, most of the time, is working. So I guess that works,
Yes, and also I have noticed that a lot of the software developers, like high-level software developers, they are very happy with Apple. So if they are happy, why not?
Yeah. So another devil advocate I want to ask you regarding this use case is, you said the software should be as easy as possible. I mean, obviously. And you want to listen to the users. But how do you explain companies like, say, Microsoft or Oracle or Amazon AWS, they actually issue you certifications to actually know how to use their software, right? So you have to pay them to learn about it, and you get certification because their software is so hard to use.
That's a good question. It's a
I mean,
Almost
so
sounds to me like-
we could have just say, okay, why don't you make your software easier so we don't even have to learn about it? But they have the power to just say, okay, now you have to learn this, go certificates, and then you can go to work.
Yeah, and I believe that most of their products are used by experts, not by average people or not by elderly people.
Right.
Definitely. So it will definitely depend on your target audience. Basically, what kind of customer customer sector are you aiming at? Are you aiming at elderly people, or are you aiming at tech-savvy young guys? So that affects heavily as well. But as a general guideline, it's always a good idea to make it easier for people to adopt your product, to take it into use.
Yeah. So depend on the use case, obviously, right? Because certain software you can make it only so much easier, but you can't make it any easier because there's already the complexity of the software is there.
Yes.
You can't really, do much. Then that's where the Microsoft certificate and other certifications comes in, because you can't really make it easier than that. But there's still a lot to learn. So
Yes,
Yeah.
and they have done it it does bring to my mind also the idea that they have a kind of like a made it a great marketing strategy, that they start training people and giving them certificates that, hey, this consultant is an expert on this, he has been able to pass this, are very difficult tests. So they have kind of like a turned the narrative around and made their weakness into an advantage from a certain point of view.
yeah, that's my point basically. They want to make a weakness into an advantage.
Yes.
Yeah, and they can charge you money.
Yes,
That sounds like a good business model.
definitely.
Yeah.